after the war in 1945 that he's going to go back to America to find work, and he's going to send for his wife and children later. And this is where his life changes, because he's on a ship on his way to Curacao in the Dutch West Indies when he's going up to the top deck and a steel hatch falls on his head. So he obviously, well, it's debatable like what exactly happened as a result of his injury, but it's most likely some sort of traumatic brain injury, and it totally changes his personality. He is irritable, he rambles a lot, he's very quick to anger, and he also looks different now. Instead of this like gorgeous, lush, dark hair, he's mostly bald now. He has this really horrific scar.
Wow.
So he starts wearing a toupee. And this is when almost immediately after he gets out of the hospital, he kind of starts committing crime. His first crime, he was on a boat to Alabama and he steals from someone, but all of the items that he stole were labeled with the other person's name. So when customs stopped him, he couldn't explain this away. So he ends up in jail for a year, and that's where he meets this guy that teaches him voodoo.
Wow. Raymond's kind of a character, isn't he?
Yeah, he is, and he learns voodoo, and he learns what I guess here in America we would call like the more perverted sense of voodoo,
yes.
Where it's all about taking control of people,
right,
and making deals with the devil, and he basically thinks that he has this sexual power over women. He can make them do whatever he wants based on these rituals that he thinks he can perform. So he makes it back to New York, and I don't know what started it, but he starts writing letters to women in Lonely Hearts Clubs. And in these letters, he charms them. He tells them he's this hotshot businessman from Spain, and he goes by the name Charles Martin, and he asks them for a lock of hair so he can do this ritual. And he thinks that because of this ritual, that's what's making these women do whatever he wants. And he gets them to send him jewelry and money, and he basically extorts them for everything he can, and then when they're broke, he just disappears.
This would make a good Lifetime movie. I think I saw one based on this. Well, let's, we got any more on him? If not, we'll move on to who Martha is. But any more on Raymond?
There's a trail of women that he leaves in the dust, and he meets another woman, Jane Thompson, and he takes her to Spain.
Okay.
And introduces her to his wife. And apparently things are going well, like it's fine, according to his wife, everything's fine until apparently Jane and Encarnacion, Raymond's wife, get into an argument, and Jane ends up dead. But Raymond was the one seen like running away. So, but she was apparently buried without an autopsy. No one knows what happened to her. And Raymond goes back to New York and shows up at Jane's apartment where her mother lives and goes, "Well, I have this will. She left me everything. You got to get out."
Wow, man, Raymond just seems to be. What is going on here? Sorry about that, Courtney. I don't know what's going on out there. Raymond seems to be wanting to be the Ricky Ricardo of that day and time, and he's just coming up with different names and different things. Now, who is Martha? Let's talk about Miss Beck right quick.
So Martha was a woman from Florida, and she kind of has like a sad story growing up. She had a glandular issue, so she was a lot heavier than kids her age growing up. And that's something the media really zeroed in on, is that she was like a heavy woman. Like they said, regardless of what she did, they said some terrible things about her, like she was a pig